Hey guys, what's up and welcome back to the channel. Out here this evening, just putting a few more parts on the truck. I got the adapter plate put on. I don't have the flywheel put on yet. Flex plate, I'll put that on just before we're getting ready to put the transmission in. Still no transmission parts. We're waiting on 3 different items, a shift kit, some electronics, and I ordered a new bullet detent for down inside the valve body. I read and saw a bunch of different things where these little ball detents, you'll get stuck in park or get stuck in a different gear. So we're going to go ahead and change that out. And what it is, some gear and transmission, there's a little bullet detent on a spring, and it goes completely inside this little jacket versus just this little ball bearing inside there. So we're going to swap that out, and when we do the transmission, or I'm sorry, when we do the valve body build. So I'm just waiting on parts for all this stuff. I ordered all new electronics. So we're just waiting on things to come in. As soon as those few items come in and I can get that built, we can get the transmission put in the truck. So I'll do the flex plate at that point in time. I need some help though. I have a question for you guys. I would like you to comment below and let me know what you guys think. Give me your honest opinion. I kind of know where I'm going, but I kind of want to know where you guys are going. Tonight we're going to completely disassemble an alternator because I want to paint cases. So to take these apart, it's pretty easy, pretty straightforward. Really, it's relatively simple. This one here, I don't think there's any soldering. When I get to that point, I'll show you what I'm talking about. But you pull this cover off, you pull a bunch of screws out, your brushes are on the back side. You got 4 case bolts, and then you can separate and split this apart, take everything out of it, and I'll be able to paint the cases and make it just look a little bit better. All the work that's going into doing what I'm doing, I just think that raw aluminum back there will just look kind of gaudy sitting right here. I have everything just kind of on there loose, mocked up. This is what everything is going to look like. Versus, you know, less my intake horn. The intake horn is red also. And then my grid heater plate, I painted it black, so we'll have red, black, red. Right here, this is the question at hand. Right now, I painted the alternator bracket the red color. I'm kind of going back and forth. We have this red here, and then nothing over in here. So my question is, should I change this to black and then make the alternator case red, or leave this red and make the alternator cases black? So comment below, let me know what you guys think. I'm kind of going back and forth. I think I would like it better as black, as red, and make this black, have just a little bit of red down in here. I think would be pretty cool, but that's just me. So like I said, comment below, let me know what you think. So other than that, once again, if you guys are ready for an oil change, first link in the description, as always, is Hot Shots Secret. And they have more than just oil. They have fuel additives, oil additives, gasoline additives, gun oil, transmission fluid, radiator fluid, diff fluid. They have just about anything and everything that you're gonna want for your gas or diesel vehicle. So, and they've started a Euro line also, and an RV line. So link is in the description if you guys want to check that out. Use coupon code CM73 for a 10% discount on your entire order. All right, let's get to disassembly of the alternator. And like I said, I'm not going to do anything with it until I hear from you guys and let me know what you think would look the best. All right, for disassembly, like I said, this is super simple. It would be a good idea. Pretty much everybody I know has a smartphone. So there's different steps, just so you know where everything goes. Take a picture of the back case as you go through. To start off with disassembly, you want to pull off your outside nut. Then go ahead and pull off this nut here. What that does is allows you to pull off this insulator. Just like that. And then this is a stud that goes clear down into the back electronics. After that's done, go ahead and pull off all these 5/16. One of them will be a little bolt for a bridge right here, and the rest of them are just nuts. And then you can just take this case off. Just like that. And when these go back on, they can only go on one way. This is what I'm talking about. This is this stud right here for your alternator charging. And then this is like a little dust cap that goes over the back of your shaft right there. So after that, this is what I was talking about here. This one right here has a bunch of Phillips head screws going into it. So it's not as difficult as some of them. Some of them that you will disassemble, these will all be soldered to your windings. This is your windings right here, comes up and hooks to the back side here. So this one's super simple to take apart, just to pull out the Phillips screws, and then after you have everything else apart, you'll be able to just lift the case right off the windings, pull everything else out, and you should be pretty good there. So at this point, again, you want to make sure and snap another picture so you know how everything goes and where each screw goes. So we'll go ahead and start pulling these Phillips screws out. And then you can pull your brushes off of there. And then they just click in place right here. And then when you put it back on, you're just gonna wanna hold your brushes in, and then you can slide it right back on the shaft. After that, you can take these Phillips screws off the windings. And that stuff should lift right off of there. What also makes it nice here, we have 4 winding hookups, and they can actually only go on one way. So that makes it really nice for reassembly and knowing where everything goes. After that's done, we'll go ahead and flip it over and pull our pulley off. Go ahead and slide it down in one of my holes in my weld table, makes it pretty nice. And then pull these 5/16 here off also. Alright, with that done, everything is ready to split apart. And we'll grab us like a soft mallet and take this half of the case off. Pay attention to the way these little rubber isolators come out. Hold it up just a little bit. Give it just a little tap and this should come out also. Alright, that was taking just a little bit too long. I went ahead and got 2 blocks of wood, and what I actually did was I set it up and I just gave it a pretty good smack on the back of the armature, and then it did come out of its bearing race. Before I put that back in there, we'll clean that bearing up, and then we'll also clean the inner part of the race. There's just a little bit of rust there, so we'll get that cleaned up. This is ready to be cleaned and painted. The next thing we need to do is get the windings out of the front cover, and the way you do that is you have these 4 studs right here, and then those, you can see right there how that little washer holds the armature windings in this front case. So we need to take those studs out, and then we can turn it over and take a little punch and start going around that edge and take the windings out. Now in this step, these windings have to go back in this same location. So you're going to want to mark this in some way, shape, or form to know that these windings need to be right here within this case. I don't know if you want to take a picture, if you want to mark the inner part of the case. However you guys decide to do it is up to you. What I'm going to do is probably take a picture of everything, because you got a mounting tab here and a mounting tab here, and they are both different. So if you orient that so these 4 windings are pointing that way, I'm going to snap a picture, and I know I can reference back to that picture and take and put these windings in exactly the way they came out. So I snapped a couple of pictures. I'll go ahead and pull these windings out. One thing I want to mention to you too, clean these off really well before you put them back in, and they do have Loctite on them. And put them back in with a ratchet. These are steel, this is aluminum. You don't want to strip out the housing. So now we got the windings separated. We'll go ahead and pull this bearing cover off, or we can leave it on. It's not a big deal. Just don't get any paint inside there. If you want to, just put some tape over it and you should be fine. And reality, your pulley's gonna cover that anyway, so you can put some tape on there, set it like that to paint it, and you should be fine. With both of them. Just like that. Alright, like I said, that's completely blown apart. Let me know in the comment section what color you guys think I should paint this. I know what I think I'm going to do. I personally, myself, I think I would like it red and then the bracket black. So, but that's my own opinion. It does seem like a lot of work to go through to be able to accomplish just a little bit of paint, but I didn't want to just start slobbering it with spray paint and calling it good. I wanted to take my time and do it right and not get any paint on the back of electronics, and basically do it the right way. So that's pretty much the long and short of how to disassemble a alternator. To put it back together, go in reverse. So other than that, I think that's pretty much all I have. If you don't mind, hit that like button, give me a thumbs up, subscribe if you have not already done so, and we'll talk to you guys later on.